Buckle up, everybody, because we're diving deep into a real space head-scratcher today.
Oh, yeah.
The 1996 NASA Tether Incident during the Space Shuttle, Columbia's STS-75 mission.
A classic.
And get this, you guys sent us some seriously interesting stuff about it.
I know. I saw those excerpts.
This isn't just like your, typical, oops, science experiment went a little sideways kind of thing.
No, not at all.
We're talking like unexplained happenings, questions that just won't quit.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, a little dash of conspiracy just to spice things up.
You gotta have that, right?
I mean, it's like the perfect recipe for a deep dive, don't you think?
Absolutely. The way this thing blends like hard science with those what-if scenarios, it's just irresistible.
Totally.
So yeah, we're gonna lay out all the facts, but we're also gonna poke around and see why this whole event became like a breeding ground for some pretty wild theories.
Okay, so let's break this down.
Okay.
We've got the tethered satellite system,
Right.
TSS for short.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds simple enough.
Yeah, you think so?
But something tells me there's more to it than meets the eye.
Oh, you got that right picture of this.
Okay.
A satellite tethered to the Space Shuttle Columbia
Okay.
by a 12-mile-long conducting cable.
Whoa, 12 miles long?
Yeah,
That's a long cable.
sounds pretty straightforward, right?
Yeah.
But the goal was seriously ambitious. They wanted to study Earth's ionosphere and magnetic field.
Oh, wow. So those invisible forces that kind of like surround our planet?
Exactly. It's like this giant science experiment and way up above us.
Yeah, with a cable stretching further than you can even see.
Exactly. And hold on, it gets even cooler.
Uh-uh.
They were also trying to see if they could actually generate power in orbit using this tether.
Whoa, hold on. What? So like harnessing the energy of space itself?
That's the idea. Pretty mind-blowing, right?
That's wild.
Yeah.
So they were thinking big with this tether,
Oh.
like new ways to study Earth,
Mhm.
maybe even power future space missions.
You got it. And it wasn't just NASA either. This was a team effort with the Italian Space Agency.
Oh,
A real global collaboration,
wow.
pushing the boundaries of space exploration. But here's the thing, just hours into the mission, things took a turn.
Yeah, so that it snapped.
Yeah, it snapped, and not in a clean way either.
Oh,
It happened at about 12.8 kilometers, way earlier than anyone expected.
so this wasn't just like a little oops moment?
No, it was a major curveball, a real deviation from the plan.
Okay, so I've got this massive tether breaking apart in space.
Right.
What happened next? Did the whole experiment just kind of fizzle out?
Not exactly, and this is where things get visually spectacular.
Okay.
The broken tether, still kind of hanging there, connected to the shuttle.
Yeah,
It started doing this crazy dance with Earth's magnetic field,
I can imagine.
something nobody saw coming.
Yeah,
As it moved through that invisible force field, it started generating electrical currents.
really.
And those currents created this amazing glow.
Way to glow. So the tether was like lit up?
You got to picture it, a 12-mile-long cable glowing against the darkness of space.
Oh, wow. That must have been incredible.
The crew on board the shuttle, they actually filmed it.
Oh, really?
Sent those images back down to Earth.
Can you imagine the reactions like back on Earth, scientists going bonkers trying to figure out what was going on?
It was total chaos and wonder all mixed together.
Yeah.
This tether, instead of just drifting off, it was putting on this light show,
Yeah.
defying all expectations. But there's another layer to this that makes it even more interesting.
Okay, tell me what else could possibly happen with this rogue glowing tether.
Well, it didn't just break and float away. This thing unfurled.
Unrolled.
Yeah, stretching out to this crazy length over 100 kilometers.
Hold on, over 100 kilometers. That's like,
A lot more.
yeah, way more than 8 times its intended length.
Exactly.
So we have this cable designed to stretch 12 miles,
right.
suddenly going over 60 miles.
That's a whole lot of unexpected cable.
That's wild. So that unexpected length, it had to raise some serious questions.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if it was designed to handle certain forces, why did it break so early? And how on earth did it stretch so far past its breaking point?
Exactly. Those were the big questions that kicked off a whole deeper scientific investigation.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're left with this image of a runaway, glowing tether, stretching way further than it should have.
It's like something straight out of science fiction, right?
Totally. But it was real, and it was happening right here in our cosmic backyard.
It was a sight to behold. And as scientists scrambled to understand what they were seeing, they realized something incredible.
What's that?
This accidental event had just opened a door to a whole new level of scientific understanding.
So a happy accident, maybe?
You could say that.
Like finding a hidden treasure while you're looking for something else completely?
Exactly.
What exactly did they learn from this unexpected light show?
Well, for starters, the incident gave us this amazing chance to study plasma behavior.
Plasma behavior.
Yeah, that fourth state of matter we always hear about, but rarely see in action here on Earth.
Right, right.
The tether became like this giant antenna moving through Earth's magnetic field. It was like a cosmic laboratory showing us how plasma interacts with these powerful forces.
So we're not just talking about pretty lights here.
No, not at all.
This is about understanding those fundamental forces that shape our universe.
Absolutely. And there's more. Remember that idea of generating power in orbit using the tether?
Yeah.
Well, the incident kind of proved that concept.
Yeah.
The fact that it was generating electrical currents just by moving through Earth's magnetic field, it showed the potential of this technology.
So even in its unplanned runaway state, the tether was teaching us valuable lessons about harnessing the energy of space.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Talk about a silver lining.
That's amazing. So this seemingly disastrous event actually opened up new possibilities for space exploration,
Yeah.
like a setback that became a springboard for innovation.
Precisely, and that's what's so exciting about space exploration. There are always twists and turns challenges that can lead to breakthroughs.
Yeah.
The Tether incident is the perfect example of that, but of course we can't talk about this without addressing the elephant in the room.
You mean the conspiracy theories?
Yep.
The ones saying the tether might have accidentally filmed UFOs?
That's the images of the glowing tether, especially the fact that it stretched so far, it really captured people's imaginations.
It makes sense.
And for some, it sparked theories that went beyond conventional science.
Okay, so let's go down that rabbit hole for a minute.
Okay.
What are some of the specific claims from those who think something extraterrestrial was going on?
Okay.
And how do those claims hold up against, actual science?
One of the most intriguing theories is that the tether, during its little space adventure, might have bumped into something not from around here.
Not from around here, you mean?
Yeah, something extraterrestrial.
Whoa.
People who believe this theory point to certain weird things in the video footage,
Oh, really?
suggesting that the tether's strange movements could mean it was interacting with a large, maybe intelligently controlled object?
So they're saying the tether wasn't just drifting randomly.
Right.
It was reacting to something else out there, something big enough to affect its movement.
Exactly, and some go even further, claiming they see specific shapes in certain frames of the video shapes. They say it can't be explained by normal means.
What kind of shapes are we talking about?
Well, they say these could be glimpses of alien spacecraft accidentally caught by the tether's camera.
Okay, I had to admit that's a pretty captivating idea.
It is.
But we have to approach this with a healthy dose of skepticism, right?
Absolutely. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence.
Exactly.
And while the images are definitely interesting, the scientific community isn't convinced.
No.
They argue that the tether's movements can be explained by the forces already at play in space, like gravity, Earth's magnetic field, the momentum of the tether itself.
So those weird movements could just be the tether reacting to the complex environment of space.
No need to bring aliens into it.
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense. It's easy to let our imaginations run wild when we see something we don't immediately understand,
Right.
but it's important to stick to scientific analysis and evidence-based explanations.
Absolutely. And while the alien spacecraft theory is a good story, we need to separate speculation from scientific evidence.
Yeah.
So far, there's nothing to suggest the tether encountered anything extraterrestrial,
Okay.
but that doesn't make this incident any less important or diminish the valuable scientific insights it gave us.
Right.
Not at all.
It's crazy to think something as simple as a broken tether could cause so much debate and speculation.
It really shows how much we still don't know about space
Yeah.
and how even accidents can lead to some pretty amazing discoveries.
It's like a reminder that space is full of surprises.
Absolutely. And the tether incident with its captivating images and all those what-if scenarios, it really captures that tension between what we know and what we don't.
Totally. It's a story that keeps fascinating people even decades later.
What's really interesting to me is how it became this cultural touchstone.
Yeah.
People are still talking about it, not just scientists, but in movies, books, even just casual conversations.
It's true.
It seems to have tapped into our collective fascination with the mysteries of space.
Yeah, it's like he gave us this tangible connection to something so vast.
Right.
A reminder that there's so much more out there than we can even imagine.
Exactly. And the fact that it was an accident, an unplanned event, it just makes it even more intriguing.
Totally. I mean, imagine being one of the scientists watching that glowing tether unfold on their screens.
Oh, yeah.
What must have been going through their minds?
I know, right? Were they just focused on the scientific data, or was there a part of them that wondered if they were seeing something truly extraordinary?
I bet even the most experienced scientists had to take a step back and just marvel at the sheer wonder of it all.
Absolutely. It's a reminder that science isn't just about cold, hard facts.
Yeah,
It's also about that pursuit of knowledge and the incredible moments that come with exploring the unknown.
absolutely. And the Tether incident also highlights the importance of critical thinking,
Yeah.
approaching those big claims with a healthy dose of skepticism.
Oh, for sure. We can be captivated by the idea of alien encounters,
Of course.
but we also need to base our understanding on solid evidence.
It's like walking a tightrope between curiosity and critical analysis.
Exactly. We want to explore those what-if scenarios,
Yeah,
but we also need to be rigorous in how we evaluate the evidence.
totally. And in the case of the Tether incident, while the alien spacecraft theory is a great story,
Mhm.
the evidence just doesn't support it.
Right.
But that doesn't mean the incident wasn't important.
No, not at all.
It still gave us valuable scientific insights,
It did.
pushed the boundaries of our understanding,
Yeah,
and sparked our imaginations.
absolutely.
It's pretty amazing to think that something as simple as like a broken tether could spark such intense debate and speculation.
I know, it's wild, right?
It really shows how much we still don't know about space
Absolutely.
and how even accidents can lead to these unexpected discoveries.
It's a real testament to the mystery of space, isn't it?
It is.
Like, we have all these scientific explanations,
Yeah,
but that unknown, it still has this pull on us.
it does.
Sparks our imaginations, makes us think about possibilities beyond what we can actually prove.
And the Tether incident is like the perfect example of that.
Totally.
With those captivating images and the what-ifs,
Yeah.
it really embodies that tension between what we know and what we don't.
It's a story that just keeps resonating.
It does, even decades later.
You know what's fascinating to me is how this incident became like a cultural touchstone.
Yeah.
People are still talking about it, not just scientists, but in movies, books, you name it.
Yeah, it's true.
It's like it tapped into this collective fascination with the mysteries of space.
It did. It's like it gave us this tangible connection to the vastness of space.
Right.
Like a reminder that there's so much more out there than we can even begin to comprehend.
And the fact that it was an accident, this unplanned event, it just adds to the intrigue.
Totally.
You know, it makes me think about perspective.
Yeah.
Imagine you're one of those scientists watching that glowing tether unfold on their screens.
I can't even imagine.
What do you think was going through their minds?
Yeah.
Were they completely focused on the data? Or was there a part of them that wondered if they were witnessing something truly extraordinary?
Oh, I bet even the most seasoned scientists had to pause for a second
Yeah.
and just be like, wow.
Totally. It's a good reminder that science isn't just about cold, hard facts.
It's not.
It's also about that pursuit of knowledge, those awe-inspiring moments you get when you're exploring the unknown.
It is. And the Tether incident also shows us how important critical thinking is.
Right.
Approaching those big out there claims with a good dose of skepticism.
Exactly. We can be totally captivated by the idea of aliens.
Yeah, of course.
But we also need to ground ourselves in the evidence.
It's a balancing act, isn't it?
It is. It's like walking a tightrope between curiosity and critical analysis.
Yeah.
We want to dive into those what-if scenarios.
Of course.
But we also got to be rigorous about how we look at the evidence.
Exactly. And with the Tether incident, while the alien spacecraft theory is a good story.
Yeah, fun one.
It is.
The evidence just doesn't back it up.
Nope. But that doesn't change the fact that this incident was significant.
Not at all.
It gave us those valuable scientific insights.
Absolutely.
It pushed the boundaries of what we know.
It did.
And it definitely sparked our imaginations.
For sure.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into this wild event,
Yeah.
what's the main takeaway you want to leave our listeners with?
That's a good question.
What's the lasting impact of the NASA Tether incident?
Well, I think the big thing is this. If a simple tether, something meant for scientific exploration, could cause such unexpected things, spark so much debate, capture people's imaginations worldwide.
Yeah.
Just imagine what other mysteries are out there waiting to be discovered in the vast expanse of space.
Oh, I bet there are countless mysteries waiting to be uncovered.
Right. The Tether incident, with all its twists and turns and controversies, it really highlights the power of human curiosity, the allure of exploring space, and the fact that we should always expect the unexpected.
It's a reminder that even when things go wrong, even in accidents,
Yeah.
there's always something new to learn, something new to discover.
Right.
And as we keep pushing further into the cosmos, who knows what other wonders and mysteries we'll find.
Exactly. That's the beauty of it.
Well, on that note, we'll be back next week to tackle another space mystery.
Looking forward to it.
Until then, keep looking up and keep those questions coming.